Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Shadow Wraith, and I am here with Arash again. Hi, Arash.
How's it going?
Fantastic, because we're about to do a little review on the Legendary Legions in the Defense of the North supplement book for Middle-earth strategy battle game. Oh,
Longer waited. Yeah, 13 months?
yeah, something
like
crazy.
that. Yeah. I remember when, was it Thorin Helm came out, and I was like, oh yeah, any day now they're going to release a supplement. Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was so wrong.
It did take its time. And, to be honest, I thought we were going to get another mini supplement in between again. So
We got, what was it, Fall of the Necromancer?
yeah, the one that
Yeah. Questionable. Anyways.
Caused some issues.
Yeah, let's make people cast magic in fights.
Yeah.
That can't cause no problems.
Yeah, no, none whatsoever. You know, let's make them all rounder. They can't be shot. The best at magic, the best at being in combat. You can't tie them down, so they can't cast in combat. Jeez, yeah, like all wounds to have their attacks are the same. Like what?
Yeah. Suddenly Radagast is as good as fighter as AML on Vert. Like, yeah, this makes sense.
Mental, and you could still take the little sledge with him as well. So like basically charges mental.
Baskerville rabbits are absolute savages.
Yeah, whatever they were smoking, I want some because that was nuts.
But yeah, Defense of the North.
Yeah,
we're better to discuss it than the boys of Harad.
Exactly. You know, this is the place you want to come if you want an honest review, and we'll tell you all the dirty tips and tricks that we come up with, if we come up with any. Because I'm looking at Army of Dale now.
No, oh my god! I guess we should probably start with them because I don't know. For me, this is probably the most controversial inclusion in this book. Full stop. I've got some opinions about it, but yeah, you can take it away.
Yeah. So I'll get the army composition out of the way. We got Army of Dale. Army composition. You get the two new heroes. So Bran, King of Dale, and Bard II, Prince of Dale. Then we've got a Captain of Dale, Knights of Dale. So they're pretty sexy. I like them. Warriors of Dale, and then you can bring a Wind Lance, of course, with the new gorgeous kit that they've just released. The army force must always include Bran, King of Dale, who is the army's leader. Okay, and now for the special rules. So, what's this Legendary Legion going to give you? Skilled Bowmen. Captains of Dale, Warriors of Dale improve their shoot value to 3+. Same as the army bonus. Sweet, yep, fine. Second special rule. Friendly Dale models gain Swarm Protector, Brand, special rule. That's it. Boom, done.
So, first point, 13 months for Swarm Protector, pretty much, and a Wind Lance.
Yeah.
And a couple of Knights of Dale.
Damn,
what are your first thoughts on this?
I was gutted, mate. I was expecting, I don't know, there's so much they could have done with this. I thought the Wind Lance would play a little bit more into it. I guess it's hitting on 3s, but...
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I thought they'd do something fancy with that against monsters, or... I don't know, just something. Not just Swarm Protector. Because, Brand is so easy to take down.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Have they given the siege engine superior construction?
Yeah, I think they do scatter only 3 inches. I can have a quick look see.
Okay, cool. So it can shoot onto the next opponent's board. That's brilliant. It's really helpful. And if I'm not mistaken, it's probably the most accurate siege engine in the game now, hitting on a 3-up.
Yeah. So yeah, it only scatters 3 inches. It hits on 3s because everyone gets. It's literally every model, isn't it? Oh no, only Captains of Dale, Warriors of Dale. So this still hits on a 4. So yeah, poo.
No, but wouldn't Warrior of Dale be manning the Wind Lance?
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Battlefield army-wide that they've got the 3-up. But I'm just thinking, unless you're playing Mumax or a big hero, probably killing an Orc a turn with a 75-point Wind Lance. Yeah. It's not the most. I think for 75 points, I would rather have more archers with elf bows hitting on a 3-up at 9 points.
Yeah, Oh, it's strength 10. That's tasty. Yeah, you're right. The crew do have Vandale, infantry, warrior keyword, so you will be hitting on threes with that. So if you want a kind of like Barrett 50 cal on the backfield that can just like mess one thing up, good. There you go.
This is it. Unless one of your guys gets compelled in the way, because this still has line of sight and doesn't have volley fire.
No, so I mean, I think it could be scary, but that's if you bring like a fell beast or something. If you're fighting just normal orcs,
Yeah.
I don't know,
but
I don't know what to say about this legendary. There's nothing really to it. Like, yeah, you're cool as long as Brand is alive. You're fearless. Sweet.
I know we said we'd keep it short on each legendary legion, but this one annoys me the most. Just because, like, I understand why it's here, because obviously Dale's to the north, Dale fights Easterlings. But it's the war in the north, and I think I've raised this point so many times. This book is missing half of the north, aka Lothlorien and Mirkwood,
Yeah.
who defended the north. And I've seen people come up online saying, people are talking about, oh yeah, they axed the elves, and there was nothing to be axed because no one ever mentioned it. Okay, fair point, but if we're going lore-wise, the elves did fight, like a really major part, and they took down Dol Guldur. So I don't know what anyone's saying about that, but yeah, huge missed opportunity here. And I don't know. I really do think GW fumbled the bag on this one because yeah, this list is terrible. I mean, if you love Dale, go for it. But 13 months for Swarm Protector, could they just not have put that in Dale originally? I don't know.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still Dale. It's still play like Dale, apart from you can now bring your Wind Lancers. So you still got the, strength 3 bows or whatever. Hitting on threes. The Knights of Dale pretty cool. So yeah, they'll do their job, but there's just nothing really special.
How would you rank this out of our ranking system? How would you tier it?
It's definitely not Neckbeard. I'll tell you that, man.
No. I would say it's mid.
Yeah.
I would say it's mid.
Yeah.
It's not great, but it's not terrible.
I'm not going to give the Chad to it because people are just going to bring like 2 Wind Lancers. That might bring it up to like. It depends what you face. Because I can see it being good against like maybe Angmar or something if you're really lucky. And just like impale that shade.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you. I think it's good at fighting Momax or big targets, but other than that, this Legion leaves much to be desired. And to be honest, I've said everything I have to say about it because I just don't like it. But that's my personal opinion. If you love it, go out there, buy your Dale, get stuck in. I personally don't like it at all.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting elf shooting for what, 2 points less. So
yeah,
happy days. Don't moan at that.
Should we move on to the next one?
Absolutely. Let's get Dale out of my system. We have got the Defenders of Erebor. So, wow, army composition. Right. Okay. You get Dane Ironfoot, King Under the Mountain. You get Thorin the Third, Stonehelm. So that's the 2 new heroes. And then you get a bunch of the dwarves. So you get Dwalin, Biffa, Bofa, Nori, Dory, and Gloin. You can have an Iron Hills captain. Yes, you can put them on a goat. You get Bran, King of Dale, Bard, Second, Prince of Dale, Captains of Dale, Iron Hills Dwarf, Iron Hills Goat Riders, Warriors of Dale, Knights of Dale. Cool. Yeah, I like that. That's not bad. The Defenders of Erebor force must always contain at least 1 named Erebor hero model and 1 named Dale hero. Cool. That's not a massive restriction. They're both pretty cool. No, take your pick. Only Erebor heroes may lead Erebor models, and same for Dale. And all models with the Iron Hills keyword, replace it for Erebor. Cool, there we go. Special rules. Long-standing alliance. Dale models within 1 inch of a friendly Erebor model rerolls 1s to wound during the fight phase. Additionally, Erebor models within 1 inch vice versa. So you're rerolling 1s to wound, so you've got Khazad-dûm army bonus.
Okay, cool.
That's not bad. Is it only in combat? Yeah, fight phase. That's it. Yeah, cool. I was gonna say if it was in shooting, like oof, it's not.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that would.
Give me 2 up shooting Daleman.
That'd be horrendous. Oh. Bond forged in war. Either Dane or Bran would be trapped at the start of the fight phase. Then the other may declare heroic combat without spending a might, but they have to join their ally. If it's not possible, they move as close to their trapped ally. Cool. Free heroic combats are cool, but it's limited, and you have to like lap one of your heroes to become trapped. But yeah, I mean, it can come up. I don't mind that. And the heirs to the kingdom. Cool. Sorry, the cat jumped on the keyboard again. Thank you, Luna. We've got the next special rule: heirs to the kingdoms. If either Thorin III, Stonehelm, or Bard II would be trapped at the start of the combat phase, it's the same rule, but for them two heroes. So the little dudes can like help each other, or the bigger dudes can help each other. Cool. It's the other way around, yeah. And then the last special rule: raw bloodlines. Friendly models within 3 inches of Dane, Ironfoot, Thorin, Brand, or Bard count as being in range of a banner. Oh, so all your heroes are a 3-inch banner. That I like. That's cool.
That's pretty tasty.
So, what's your overall first impression off of that?
It leaves a little bit to be desired. The reason being is I've read some of the rules of the warriors, right? So you take the Knights of Dale, for example, and these guys get +1 to wound when charged. So you want them on the front, like the front line.
Yeah.
However, you've got D7 Iron Hills dwarves, aka Erebor dwarves now, with shield wall. So they're D8 at the front with strength 4. So I'm just struggling to see where the knights fit in, and that's a minor synergy issue. The special rules, the 3-inch banners is a pretty cool thing to do, and also the Khazad-dûm-esque reroll 1s to wound, I believe, is pretty good when you're next to either an Erebor or Dale warrior. So that's pretty decent. But the free heroic combats, yeah, it's pretty thematic because I think in the lore, Dane and Brand were next to each other when they died in Dale before retreating to Erebor. So yeah, it's pretty thematic. However, trapping your heroes to pull off a heroic combat on someone else is a very, very risky thing to do. Because if it goes wrong, it goes very wrong. And you're losing VPs, if not a major hero. So maybe I mean, I can't imagine how else you could have written that rule to make it slightly better, but yeah, throwing your heroes into risky situations might be a little problematic. But overall, I think it's a fun thematic list. It's pretty fluffy.
I mean, it's all right if it makes you feel any better. Which one is it? Is it Brand?
Yeah.
If he's trapped, he can re-roll an extra dice and then re-roll a dice to wound, so he's a bit better at being trapped. So if you're going to trap anyone, trap Brand, because he's slightly better.
Brand.
My points on this, right? It looks okay. Like, sure, go for it. Dwarves and men working together, that's awesome. It's pretty easy to keep the synergy going because you just support like your front line with the opposite behind, because you've got loads of spears, access to spears.
Yeah.
So you'll be re-rolling ones. Iron Hills is awesome. Yeah, defense 8, stuff like that, strength 4. I mean, you can still have your knights at the front and then have strength 4 spears supports behind them, but like you said, you'd rather have the defense at the front probably. I don't know how you'd... But my counterpoint to this Legendary Legion is how good would it be to have... If you had to have Iron Hills and Dale work together, because they can work together anyway, can't they?
They can, but I think it's an alliance of convenience.
Maybe, yeah. I'll double check that later.
I think it's a yellow alliance.
But imagine having Iron Hills as your main, main body with Dale support, with like maybe spear supports or something, whatever you want, and some shooting, and then like 2 Wind Lances shooting down range as your Iron Hills advance.
That's pretty tasty. That's pretty. I think you can do. I think it's a green alliance between Dale and Army of Thrall. And I'm not sure if they're now including the Wind Lance in the general army Dale army list that is in the Legendary Legion. But if they are, yeah, it's a pretty good way to play it. But I don't know. I think this list they could have done a little bit more with it. Perhaps maybe something similar to like an animosity rule for evil, where if you've got a warrior Dale and a dwarf warrior, in on a particular model, it could be an orc, etc., or an Easterling, they get +1 to wound,
Yeah.
or something like that. That could have been a little bit spicier. I think this list is good if you want to hoard out a little bit because your heroes are not particularly expensive, and you don't have to spend 25 points a piece for a banner. So
You've got
you
banners all
you
over the
would be
place.
able to get exactly like if you add it all up. If you take the two princes and the two kings, you've got a 12-inch banner effect essentially all over the place. Which I would prefer it to be a little bit split up, like it would be with each hero having 3 inches. But yeah, I mean, this list is not groundbreaking.
Mid
But
tier.
yeah, I would put it mid tier to Chad tier. Like I would say it's a Chad list if you're really into the lore and you just want to get something that's going to be fun. I would take this because I think it could be pretty fun. I just don't think the synergies are quite right.
No, I mean you're basically you're running this to get your heroes are banners and reroll ones to wound. Like the other special rule, like I'm sure it'll come in clutch, and I'm sure people come in. Yeah, it probably will come in clutch when this happens because yeah, I've heroic combated to save a trapped hero before, but it hasn't come up that often.
Yeah,
I mean, talking about fun, you ready to jump into the last good one?
absolutely, absolutely. I love this one.
Same. Okay, this is the reason I've been like, I lost my mind when I found out about this. We've got the Beornings. Oh yes, oh yes. I have never seen sexier looking blokes in model form. Damn. I'm not joking. If my wife turned up to me and be like, "Yeah, I'm leaving you for Grimbeorn," I'm like, "Yeah, sound." I get it.
I understand that. Yeah. Go, take it away.
Go do you.
I'm cool with it.
You're only human. Oh, so good. Jumping into the army composition, we've got Beorn for 200 points. We've got Grimbeorn for 200 points, and we've got Beorning, who can either have a hand and a half axe or a great bow. Mind you, a great bow is a strength 4 bow. Okay, for 20 points. That's it. If you include both Beorn and Grimbeorn, Beorn will be the leader. That makes sense. Friendly models benefit from Beorn's heroic actions. Yep. Additionally, Beorning models may benefit from Beorn's standfast because usually it doesn't affect other models. Cool. Special rules. Great resilience. Whenever a friendly bear model, so that'll be when Beorn or Grimbeorn is in bear form, suffers a wound, you roll a d6 on a 5+, the wound is ignored. That is absolutely bonkers, and I love it. That is.
I love it.
Oh man, that is so good. You're ignoring 1/3 wounds coming your way. At in a defense 8 bear form. Then we've got Charge of the Bear. Love the name. Whilst they have a bear keyword, Beorn and Grimbeorn gain monstrous charge special rule. Thank you. They should just have it. It's a massive bear. It shouldn't be a legendary legend. Should have just had it always. But that just makes them so much more potent. And natural resistance. Everyone gets resistant to magic special rule, which is absolutely beautiful. I love it.
Really, really good.
Yeah, that's solid. And then fueled by fury, Beorn and Grimbeorn do not need to roll for their skin changes special rule. They just transform at will. Perfect. Because I think it was a 4+ before.
Well, it was a 4 up, yeah. Now it's just they change it well, which makes absolute sense. They've got the monstrous charge. Yeah, not much more to say about that one, but yeah, I absolutely love this list. I think it's incredible.
I mean, just to give you a taste, I'll only do Grimbeorn the bear, but that's a fight 7 model. That's strength 8, defense 8, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 6, with 3 might, 3 will, 3 fate. It's got resistance to magic, causes terror. It's burly, that doesn't matter. Woodland creature, which is really important, and it's got monstrous charge now. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
That's gonna kill a bunch of stuff, and the way I imagine playing this list is you get Beorn, you get Grimbeorn, you use the Beornings as objective grabbers, and then you bomb Beorn and Grimbeorn into the enemy and just let them put in work.
Yeah, my plan is to have Beornings, as many as I can really, to have great bows because their job is going to be sit on objectives.
Yeah.
So they might as well do some damage. And then you've got a few Beornings running up into the fray, being burly at strength 5 with 2 attacks. Oh, sorry, strength 4. Strength 4.
Strength 4. And it's disgusting. It's absolute filth.
You
mentioned the 5 up save.
Oh, sorry, Karen.
You mentioned the 5-up save, right? Is that for Beornings as well?
I think it's just the bear models, but I'll double check. If it's for the Beornings, that's just busted. Bear model. Yeah, bear model. So it will just be the bears.
Beorn and Grimbeorn. So they're not only D8, 3 wounds, 3 fate, but they've got a 5-up save, so they're essentially stopping 1/3 of all wounds. And then I've seen a few people complain that the Beornings are, D4, 2 wounds.
Yeah.
But hey, who cares? The 2 wounds give them some bit of survivability. The main targets of shooting are probably going to be Beorn and Grimbeorn anyways, because it's just people panic and they'll go for the big ones. And a lot of scenarios you deploy in your opponent's face, so you don't really care.
I forgot to mention, the bears, they're movement 8 as well. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Like you said, just you Bombay them straight up forward. And they've got, if they do go against the Balrog, and I've done this with Beorn, they're, what is it called? Crushing Strength? Brutal Power Attack?
Yeah.
Where it's a Strength 10 hit, and if you wound and they're still alive, you just keep going until you fail to wound, or there's no one left.
It can be modified with light.
Yeah, it's only one target you can do it on, but still, like I said, I've chewed through the Balrog. To be fair, I did take a few wounds before I got in there, but oh damn. Oh, doing that to Strider.
It's disgusting.
To be fair, I don't know.
Strider, the Witch King, Sauron, you're hurting people. You're wounding Sauron on 4s.
Yeah. And
you only need to do it 5 times for him to start dipping into his might source and all that. I think this list is brilliant. I don't think it's a neckbeard tier list where you're going to be winning tournaments. But if you're just going into an event to just chat it up and just mess people around and be an absolute Giga Chad, then this is the one. I think this is why you and I are both taking this as a doubles list at Ardacon.
Yeah, this is our doubles.
Finally, you can announce it here.
We're going full Giga Chad. Bringing the Beornings. How long have we been sat there thinking do we bring this? Do we bring that? That'd be more competitive. And then just both looked at Beornings and went, "Do you just want to run 2 bears?"
Well, that's the thing, right? Because a lot of scenarios for doubles, someone's got the heavy hitting hero and someone's got the support hero, but we've both got bears.
Yeah.
So there's literally nothing. They can't stop us.
No, what? Who's going to stand toe to toe with one of these bears? Because both the bears, I'm pretty sure, do have strike. I'll go through Grimbeorn's heroics quick. Yeah, he's got strike, strength, and defense. He's got defense as well, so he's tanky.
Yeah. He might not die. So if you're fighting a lot of +1s and he's trapped, defense it, and you still fight 8.
Even with the new assault on Lothlorien Legendary Legion trapping this bear, just heroic defense, and then if any do go through, you've got a 5-up to ignore it, and then you've still got your fate.
It's scary. It's terrifying. You've even got resistance to magic, which I think is pretty underrated with the amount of Angmar around these days. And one additional dice to resist is not groundbreaking, but it's better than having none and dipping into your will store. I love it. I love Beornings.
It's amazing. So I think, was that all the... No, there's... where did it? I saw it somewhere. Oh, it might be on the actual page. Sorry. Give me 2 secs, people. It is. So, not only are your bears absolute beat sticks, okay, and they can change at will, and they've got resistant magic, and your normal Beornings do, Beornings actually treat their bears as a 6-inch banner.
Yeah.
So, you've got 2 6-inch banners running around with your 2 attack, fight 5, strength 4, burly 2-handed, axe-wielding Giga Chad.
Piercing striking. Because at that point they don't care. The D4, just go for it.
Yeah, and then you can just spend the extra 1 point to give them a mace, and start 2-handing knocking people off their horses and stuff. Looking at the Dragon Emperor.
Yeah, we were talking about this, weren't we? Yeah, you charge a Dragon Emperor. You have one of the Beornings with a mace or a hammer, and then you just bash. You special strike bash him, and if you're lucky enough, you'll knock him out because you're strength 5, so you get +1 for initiating the bash. Then you get the strength difference, And then you get the fact that you're two-handing, so you need a 3 to win, to bash him off successfully. And then no more 12-inch banner. Yeah, I mean, first you would have to get there, but you never know if you play it right.
Yeah, what you want is maybe like 2 Beornings in on him, and then like Beorn or Grimbeorn himself, and then you got the 2 Beornings that just both bash, just in case.
Yeah.
And then Beorn just like, sweet. There's a prone model on the floor.
And if you've charged, you've got 8 attacks with Beorn or Grimbeorn to kill him.
Yeah. Oh.
Needing 4s.
Yeah. Strength 8. Like, what is that?
I don't even know. This game is Beornings. I love him. You're not going to win a tournament with him. You might, but I don't think you will.
No.
But you will be that person everyone wants to play with. You'll be probably the life of the party. They'll be extremely fun. And I'm telling you this now, I think they're excellent for doubles. I think they're built for doubles.
Yeah, I can see it.
Especially those regions.
Because I think, I'm bringing Grimbeorn and you're rocking Beorn.
Yep.
And
couple of hammers, couple of great bows, couple of axes, and we're good to go.
Yeah, we're just going to punch people in the face, hopefully. And hopefully Articon has some terrain. But at least we've got Woodland Creature this time.
No, I'm not even scared of someone bringing Wood Elves and Rivendell Knights. Like, I ignore a bunch of I ignore 1/3 of the wounds anyways, and I'm moving 8 inches, and I think one of them has March. Even if they don't, I don't care. I'm gonna get you eventually, and then you can't do anything.
It's absolutely bonkers. I mean, if you got time, I can quickly look at Beorn as well.
Yeah, go for it. Do you mind if you pause the video there, by the way?
Yeah.
But, gotta get it done, man. And even if you, like, the thing is, you got so many numbers that you're only going to be able to get so many people into combat. So the rest of them can just shoot into the combat, and you don't care.
And then when combat hits, you don't care anyway, because as soon as you have numbers, you just want to fucking wound.
Yeah, you just don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's
so good.
So tasty. I like it.
But I would definitely use bat swarms more than anything else, because 4 wounds, if they go up by 2 fight value, they're on fight 3, so it don't matter what they're going into as long as it's fight 6 or lower.
No, the goblins don't get the +1 fight when they outnumber. Or when they trap, sorry.
No, they don't. No, it's going to be low ass fight. It's going to be low fight value.
This has got everything. Rerolling magic. +1 to wound when you outnumbered the opponent.
Yeah, rerolling.
What the fuck?
Rerolling all of your magic. Not just a bit of it.
All of it.
I'll reroll. Fuck it, I'll reroll the other one to see if I get a 6 as well.
But like, why? Why are they better than the Witch King?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
I'm just really happy there's no Black Shield Shamans in there. Because that would just
that would have been a bit too much.
At the moment, they've got
Rerolling
Wither with the leader, which is pretty sweet. But he does. I don't think he's. I mean, I guess with +1 to wound, he's got a chance of getting his will back again.
Let's see, this is an anti-Articon list. I like it.
Yeah, it's like anti-shooting. Actually, I'll be winning every shooting battle now, thank you, bye. But it's the Beast Caller. The fact that, Enraged Beast is actually the strongest thing this list has, and it's amazing.
Enraged Beast gives you 2 strength, 2 attacks. What else does it give you?
It bumps your fight value by 2, your attacks by 2, and your strength by 2. So that on a giant spider makes a giant spider go to fight 6 with 4 attacks and at strength 7, I think it is.
6.
I think a strength 5 base.
A strength 4 base, I think. Let me double check.
I thought it was strength 5. I thought it was strength monstrous.
Strength 5.
Yeah.
The strength 5?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. So fight 6, strength 7, 4 attacks. On a giant spider, which is cav-sized model.
Oh, and then, even if you Shroud of Shadows another spider, you will outfight any model in the game.
Oh yeah. I mean, you don't even
Let
need
me try
that.
and
Just
remake
throw a
my
bat
list
swarm
with
over.
just fucking giant spiders. Let
You
me
throw a
remake
bat
my list
swarm
with
over,
giant
and-
spiders.
Yeah, just fucking spam
Fury.
the fuck out of giant spiders. Mate, I need to buy some of those
Yeah.
fucking forest goblin spider riders.
That's what I've done. I've just spammed them, taken a couple of Warg Marauders because they're cool as shit. Probably could have put some more guys in, but I've got like 3 heroes. Fuck the march, you're not going to need it with that army. They have to come to you. Because you don't lose any shooting battles whatsoever.
No, you don't.
Like,
you can bring orc trackers as well. Like, what the fuck?
yeah, the White Warg is the big one to invade Beast on, I think, because I think that's already fight 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I think it's fight
Ace.
5, so it goes up to fight 7. It's already got 2 or 3 attacks, so it goes up to like 5, 6 attacks. Like,
Okay, I've just made a list. It's got 48 models, and it's basically Goblin Captain with 12 goblins, and half have got spears. And then I've got Musga, and he's got 12 orcs, and they've all got spears. And then I've got Ashrak, and he's bringing 8 giant spiders. And then I've got Druzag, and he's got 2 bat swarms, 4 goblins with bow, and then 4 goblins with spear.
The fuck?
yeah.
That's cool.
8 giant spiders.
Oh man.
Yeah.
As soon as you get back, you've got to try that list on TTS.
I've got a banner as well. It's nuts. 48 models with 8 giant spiders. 2 attacks, strength 5, fight 4.
Yeah,
2 wounds.
It's just so good. Yeah, they've all got 2 wounds and terror as well. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah, and because you've bought Ashrak, they reroll all to wound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've got their venom spiders as well.
Yeah,
Why?
Yeah, what stops that? And you've got fury spiders, and they're not scared of shit.
what tops that is, I would say, terror armies, but fucking
Fury spider.
Jerzag has fury for all creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the one problem you're gonna have is maybe Jerzag running out of will before you get everything you want done. But
Yeah, but then
That's
even
just
if he
gonna
runs
be
out of will, you've got Ashrak, who's got fury spiders as well.
I can't remember what Ashrak has exactly. Ashrak is mainly
Yeah,
just the
so-
Shroud of Shadows guy to me.
He's got Shroud of Shadows, and then he's got fury, but it's specific to only spiders.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Oh,
Ringwraiths.
Phil.
I think Ringwraiths fuck this list hard.
Do you reckon?
I mean,
Stack will.
the Black Riders will just
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
peekaboo out, sap will, and yeah.
Run
I mean-
away again.
To be fair, most ring. I guess you got to get within 12 inches. So, Witch King on Fell Beast maybe would probably be best for that.
Yeah.
But then he's getting like 15 goblin shots at him every turn.
Yeah, that's true. +1 to wound.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't pop out that much. Eventually, you're gonna get hit.
Yeah. I don't know. Like
Wait, let me.
casting is like the one thing. The one downside, like literally Ringwraith casting just for the sap will.
Yeah.
Other than that, I guess it's going to be a difficult army to play.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Do you
they're still
reckon?
goblins.
Yeah, exactly. They're still going to die to everything, and it's not like you've got decent orcs. It's a basic orc warriors.
And if you fight against elves, I mean, they're still going to outfight the majority of your army. You could just like,
Yeah.
snipe one dude horrifically.
I mean, 90% of armies are going to outfight all of your army anyway. Your best is like fight 5 with the Wild Warg Chieftain if you bring in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the spiders are fight 4, but a lot of armies are fight 4. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Tasty.
it's going to be crazy cool. If
We
not,
should record this now. Actually.
yeah, you can do if you want.
Yeah, do you want to do a recording on Assault on Lothlorien?
I could do it on me.
Uh,
I'm like going through the entire book, man. I got plenty to talk about in this thing.
Do you want to hit refresh on our chat we were doing, Arash?
Yeah, we were just reviewing the legendary legions. We got up to evil, so we can start with the Easterlings. So we were doing like 5 minutes per per legion, won't we?
Yeah. Did you want to refresh or just do evil?
Let's just carry on with what we're doing, but Matt's joined.
Sick. Yeah, yeah. You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with
Do you want me to call you Matt or Leto? I always forget.
it really doesn't matter to me.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, Lasso. All right, Matt. Let's go.
Sweet. Okay. That is the best way to do it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. So we've just done the Beornings.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute fucking yes.
Yeah, they seem like a really fucking cool list.
Yeah.
Like, they don't seem very competitive, but for like low points, they seem really fucking fun.
Oh, they're gonna
Like,
be,
just
I think they'll
Rim
be good in
Beyond and
doubles,
like 10 guys.
because both teams will have a fucking bear.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
the awesome part. Yeah.
And then like
It'd have to be like
solid.
400 points each doubles or 300 points each,
Oh,
just to make it even.
I wonder what Ardacon is.
350.
Is
350.
it not 350 again? Which is a bit sad.
Yeah, it's 350. So for 350, you can get a Beorn and like seven Beornings.
Hmm.
So 200 plus 7 times 20. Yeah. And if
Yeah,
you give
you get
like
7 Beornings
5
each.
of them hammers, then you're chilling.
I mean,
Just a bash pricks off. Whatever it's fucking called. What is it even called? Palantir.
The Palanquins.
I mean, why would
Yeah.
you bother? Just fucking take the axes and piercing strike. If you get hit, you're dead anyway.
To be fair, like what defense is
No, but
Palantir?
here's the thing, right? So I found out that if you take the axes and let's say you're fighting the Dragon Emperor, you still have a 5 up in the way to hit him. But if you bash him, you don't have it in the way for some reason.
Yeah, it's dumb.
You'd, well, no. If you're fighting the Dragon Emperor in melee, you can choose who you hit. It's only shooting.
There's no in the way.
No.
We're just gonna pierce his
The in the
side.
way. The in the way is just for shooting.
Oh mate,
He's gonna get
Bjorn.
bashed. Isn't he?
He's gonna get fucking Beyond, mate. Like,
No, but you gotta bash him anyways,
You
just in
can.
case, because if you take him out, then he's chilling. No more banner.
So he's got 3 fate, 3 attacks. You cannot hell or barge him.
You can bash him.
You can't. He cannot be knocked prone for any reason, unless he's
then it
hit
won't work.
directly with a siege engine.
Well, fuck that.
mate, we're just
So-
just trap him. Oh, can he be trapped?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, just trap him, and then I mean, Beornings are fucking 2 attacks at strike
I mean,
5 with piercing strike.
yeah,
plus 1 to wound.
That's gonna be the thing. Like, you're going to have to trap him and just do the wounds on him. Or his Paniquin. Like, it's 6 wounds at defense 6. When it's trapped,
It's
that's
actually-
not too bad.
It's actually like
Should
if he
we-
makes all his fate, he would. Yeah, it's easier to kill his Palanquin, I think.
Yeah. No, it's easier.
Should we do the chat? Because I gotta run soon.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's almost midnight here, yeah.
It's alright. I start with these things.
Yeah. So I'll introduce Matt
Mhm.
in 3, 2, 1, and we're back. And we have got another guest with us. Matt has joined us to talk about the evil legendary legions that are in Defense of the North. How's it going, Matt? You alright?
All good. Very, very happy.
Very excited for the next legendary legion, I imagine.
It's what I've been wishing for with a lot of other people for about a year now.
Yeah.
So,
Nuts. It's taking way too long. So I'm just going to jump in with the army composition quick. We'll go over the special rules and then we'll go into thoughts like the rest of them. So we've got the Dragon Emperor of Rune. He's 170 points, which is far cheaper than a lot of people expected, I think. Obviously, we're keeping Rutabai. She is 110. And then the Kundra dude, I'm just going to butcher his name, so I'm not going to bother. 80 points. You can bring Dragon Knight. You can bring Eastling Captains, Eastling War Priest, Eastling Warriors, Eastling Cataphracts, Dragon Cult Acolytes, and a Runeless Wardrake. The Wardrake sounds kind of cool, but no one knows what it looks like. Additional rules. You have to include the Dragon Emperor Rune, which makes sense because it's called Host of the Dragon Emperor, and he's always the army leader. Fantastic. Then we got special rules. The Dragon Cults. Eastling Warriors and Eastling Cataphracts in warbands led by the Dragon Emperor or Eastling Dragon Knights do not need to pay for their points. Pay points to be upgraded to Black Dragon. It's free. Love it. Perfect. Then we've got Heroes of the Eastling. Eastling hero models may reroll a single d6 in a dual roll. So that's pretty good. Like a worse version of Lords of the West. No call to ask, and that is exactly the same as their army bonus that they standard get. So you don't lose that, which is fantastic. I mean, I like it quite a lot. But what are your initial thoughts, guys? Let's start with Matt. Go on, Matt. I know you're excited.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. Like, it's exactly what a pure Eastling list needs, which is cheaper Dragon Knight, Black Dragon, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need Amdo anymore, unfortunately. Rip him. The Dragon Emperor is just by far and away better in every way.
Yeah.
Like 12-inch. I mean, the Dragon Emperor himself, we've gone about him for like an hour. He's just that good.
I mean, to be fair, it's probably worth talking about the Dragon Emperor, isn't it? Because he's like quite a big part of this Legendary Legion.
Oh yeah.
So I'll quickly go over him. Tell you what you're getting for your 170 points. I'll give it a quick go. So, I mean, Dragon Emperor of Rune, 170 points, like we said. He's rocking in at Fight 6, Strength 4, Defense 7, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, Courage 6, 3 Might, 3 Will, 3 Fate. He's got Heroic Resolve, Strike, Strength, and Defense, which is awesome. Okay, he's got an Elven-made Spear that may faint. That's pretty cool. Additionally, he can shield. So that's awesome. He's got resistant to magic, and he's got the phalanx special rule just in case he's running around on his Todd. And Eastling models will benefit from the Dragon Emperor's standfast, like table wide, regardless of range. This will also affect Eastling heroes. I love that. I absolutely love that. So we've got a what's that dwarf dude called? You know who I mean. Then he's got his royal palanquin. So that's just, it's like a mount, it's a weird thing. It's carried by 6 Chad dudes, so it's got 6 wounds, defense 6. I mean, it's strength 3. So, and it's got, I think, the same amount of attacks as it has wounds or something.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Because it's the dudes underneath that are fighting. They're fight 4 because they're black dragons. Cool. Anything else? He can't be knocked prone for any reason. He's immune to anything like brutal power attacks, but he will be not flying like off his thing if he's hit directly by a siege engine. He's got a 5-up in the way for shooting. That's pretty good. And he's also a 12-inch banner. Oof. That's amazing. And they don't suffer the -1 penalty for carrying a banner, even though they're carrying a freaking palanquin. So yeah, sure. Friendly Eastern warriors within 6 also get +1 to their fight value. So all that for 170 points. I mean, Amdor eat your heart out, like, you're gone, boy.
Unfortunately, yeah. Like, he's just better. More defense, takes more troops, 12-inch banner instead of a 3-inch banner. Also, he gives everyone +1 fight within 6 inches of him.
So all his 3 black dragons are now fight 5.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So
all 18 troops who've taken his warband are fight 5. Not to mention, if he dismounts or is killed on his palanquin, all the guys that are carrying his palanquin just get dropped to the ground. And he's got 6 extra guys.
So yeah, because
who are all like dragons with shields.
Was he? He's technically rocking what, a 24-man warband on that thing.
It doesn't count as that.
No,
it still only counts as 1 model for everything. But yeah, he can. If you were to just go up to an objective and get off the palanquin, that's 7 models instead of 1.
Yeah, I love it. That's delicious. I don't think he's cavalry or anything though, is he?
No, he still counts as infantry.
Yeah. Oh, so he'll be treated as an infantry model, which is massive for walking through woods and things like that.
Yes.
So yeah, there you go.
I guess Cav models will get their bonuses for charging him,
Yeah.
but he can never be knocked prone, so he's not trapped instantly at least.
Yeah, that's fine. The only downside I can really see with this model is he's got a humongous base, so it shouldn't be too hard to trap him.
I mean, maybe if you park him in the wrong place.
Yeah. But I mean, you got
like,
to
I
shoot
imagine
through a phalanx before you get to him, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I imagine on either side of him will be a 3-man deep phalanx, so
Yeah.
which is fight 5, defense 6.
Yeah. It's I mean,
Good luck.
Okay, so if you had to rank this Legendary Legion from like Neckbeard is top, Chad is second to top, and then medium tier, and then like Hobbit tier, where would you put it?
I'm going to be incredibly biased and say Chad.
You know what? I'll give you Chad if you bring the Dragon Emperor on his Falcon.
Just
yeah.
Because so it's missing hitting power still. There's no +1 to wound in the list. The only big hitting power it's got is the Emperor himself, who's 3 attacks, and then after he's done his 3 attacks, his buddies carrying him get to do an attack each as well.
Yeah.
The Dragon Knights themselves, so effectively the heroes are the only hitting power still. The rest of it's just winning fights.
Which, I mean, Eastlings could do kind of anyway, but now we've got a fight 5 phalanx instead of a fight 4.
Mm-hmm.
Which is awesome. Arash, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, similar to Matt. I still think Easterlings, whilst they can win fights, are just lacking that crucial hitting power. But you've got the Runish War Drakes now, who I believe are strength 4 to attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So they are probably your line breakers, and then you just flood in with a horde of Easterlings. The only issue I'd have with that is I don't think the Runish War Drakes have the Easterling keywords, so they're not partaking in any war drum shenanigans.
No.
But I don't think they are, which might pose a synergy issue. But yeah, overall, I think it's a solid list. I don't think it's broken by any chance. I do think the point for point, the Dragon Emperor is probably going to be going forward probably one of the most cost efficient heroes in the game. Just because you're not just going to see him in this Legendary Legion purely because he's a 12-inch banner for all friendly models, not just Easterling. So don't be surprised to see him with a full complement of Black Dragons in armies allied to Khand or Mordor, etc., or even convenient alliances. But yeah, overall, this Legendary Legion, yeah, I think it's pretty good, and finally some justice for Easterlings.
I mean, wow, yeah, he is just a 12-inch banner.
Yeah, he's not only 12-inch banner, he's also a pretty damn tanky hero of legend, who you don't have to throw into fights to do a lot for your army.
You can automatically pass the first courage test for him, which is table wide.
For Eastling models.
For Eastling, yeah. But still, oh damn. That's tasty.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it counts as a banner as well.
Yeah.
For objectives.
That's a tough banner to chew through, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm a fan. I think it's been said twice already, but yeah, it's still the killing power. But at the end of the day, if you're in a phalanx with 3 dice, I mean, I think the odds are you got a 50% chance of rolling a 6 to wound. So,
Yeah, it's not impossible for you to kill stuff. I mean, there's entire armies which are defense 5, which you're laughing at. So
yeah, but if you go against Iron Hill's shield wall, I wouldn't.
You want your heroes to do a lot of damage there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's something this list lacks is damage dealing heroes.
Yeah, they're not absolute beat stick, burly mounted or anything like that.
But for Legion itself, lets you get a lot of models. It's like a surprising amount of models. Like it's no longer an elite army. 9 points for a fight 5, defense 6 pike. That's pretty cheap.
That's pretty. I mean, I've always said Eastlings aren't high enough fight value for their points and their lore. I think this has sorted that quite nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, the amount of times I've gone through looking at other 9-point models and Eastling Black Dragons just didn't hold on. Now they're not even 9 points, so perfect, absolutely perfect. So, any closing points on Host of the Dragon Emperor?
It's awesome.
You're probably just going to see it around. Yeah, pretty awesome. You're just going to see it around a little bit more on the tabletop.
Yeah.
You know, look for it on Tolkon because it will probably be there.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you,
a
Matt.
lot of people. Yeah, if I can paint it up quick enough, it'll definitely be there. Whether it's in its Legion or just allied in with something else, because you're gonna see him allied. As he said, it's gonna be allied in so much because he is just such a great model.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Yeah, no, I'm happy with it. Just want +1 to wound, please, Games Workshop, please. So, swiftly moving on, we've got the Fell Beings of Mirkwood. Okay. So I'll quickly go over the army composition. We have got Razgoosh, so 110 points. I love Razgoosh, he's pretty good. You can bring Orc Captains, Orc Shamans, Taskmasters, Drummer. Love the fact that you can bring a Drummer. You can bring the Spider Queen. Oh yes. Orc Warriors, Warg Riders, Orc Trackers, Mirkwood Spooders, Giant Spooders, Fell Wargs, and Bat Swarms. Absolutely love it. So, a Fell Being of Mirkwood force must always include Razgoosh, which makes sense, who is always the army's leader. But the special rules is where we shine here. Friendly infantry models gain Woodland Creature special rule. Love it. Okay? Yeah, I love it. Death to Elves. Oh, yeah, this tickles me quite nicely. Friendly models gain Hatred Elf special rule. Haha, yes please. And the War Leader. Razgoosh gains a bonus of +1 to his fight value when he's engaged with an enemy elf model. Now, if you've followed the channel for a while, you know my feelings on elves. So, I like this quite a lot. But, I'm going to jump in quickly with my initial thoughts firstly. And that is, this is fantastic if you play against elves.
Yeah.
But if you're not playing against elves, it's okay. I mean, you've got bats, you've got spiders.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Okay.
I mean, it's
competitively. I think it's just worse than what you could otherwise do.
See, I'd just rather bring
Mordor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, you can just bring Razgoosh as part of Mordor, take the Spider Queen, and take the Shadow Lord, and you're already infinitely better.
Yeah.
I think there is maybe a place for it in lower points, just because there's no restrictions here on who can bring what.
No.
So having 2 Heroes of Valor for decently costed ones who are both pretty good. Maybe you can get quite a few orcs with them by abusing the Spider Queen's warband size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So very low points, and maybe it might have somewhere, but yeah, unless you're literally up against elves or playing on a board which is all woodland terrain, I don't think. I think you could do a lot better.
There's a lot better legendary.
Playing on a board. So I was going to say, did you say playing on a board that's all woodland terrain?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it should do excellent at Ardacon, then come top 3 minimum.
If only you could shoot too. I mean, you've got a couple of shots.
Mirkwood spiders.
Yeah, true.
I guess. But yeah, it just doesn't seem to add anything to Razgoosh and allying in the Spider Queen.
I mean, against elves, I'm gonna put it. I don't know. I'll put it as Chad tier. I don't think it's neckbeard. Against not elves, I mean, I'm being nice if I don't put it in Hobbit.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's be honest. This Legion sucks against not elves. But if you've got a full elf meta where you are, then go nuts. But I mean,
good versus evil, maybe.
Doesn't Razgoosh give you like hatred elf anyway?
He gives his
Yeah.
warband Hatred Elves.
Not
no,
just
it's
as
more than
warband,
that,
all
it's-
mortal orcs.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this just gives Hatred Elves to the spiders, really.
Yeah, I mean, I'd just rather have more models with Hatred Elf than... Yeah, hard pass for me.
Although, Bat Swarms with Hatred Elf.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Too
What
bad.
Cool little thing.
Not too bad.
like... Oh, okay, that changes everything. No, I'm joking.
I mean, I would much rather have venom spiders than spiders who hate elves.
I mean,
Yeah.
since you're talking about venom spiders, should we just skip on to the next one?
Yeah.
And this is the one...
Yes, please. Yes, please.
This is the one that caught my eye instantly as soon as I said, found
This is
any
the one
kind of
nobody expected, but
Yeah.
everybody is looking at like, oh my god, this is awesome.
So we've got Assault on Lothlorien. Oh, yes. So we've got Musgur, the Orc Shaman, and he's still 70 points, yummy. We've got Orc Captains, Orc Shamans, Drozag, the Beast Caller, Ashrak, Moria Goblin Captains, Shamans, or Goblin Shamans, Wild Warg Chieftains, Wild Wargs, Giant Spiders, Orc Warriors, Warg Riders, Orc Trackers, Moria Goblin Warriors, Prowlers, Marauders, and Bat Swarms. Oh, okay. So, you need to always include Musgur and at least one named Goblin hero model, so one of the Shamans. Only Orc hero models can lead Orc Warriors, Goblins can lead Goblins, okay? Spider models may only be included in warbands led by Druzhag and Ashrak, which makes sense. In this Legendary Legion, all the named heroes, they're heroes of valor. They're all heroes of valor, all the named ones, and the Shamans are heroes of fortitude. That is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're gonna get to the I'll save the absolute bonkers one till last. Okay, so Ruthless Savagery. Friendly Orc and Goblin models gain a bonus of +1 to wound in a fight which the opposing model is outnumbered. Note supporting models do not count for either side. Dark Magics. Friendly models may reroll any number of d6 when making casting rolls. Any. So you're just straight up rerolling your casting. That is... Oh, that's delicious. They're better than the Witch King at casting. And then we've got Venom-backed Spiders. If your force contains Ashrak, then all giant spiders in your force can be upgraded to Venom-backed Spiders for free. In your force, not just in his warband. Okay, and now the absolute bonkers one. Cover of Darkness. Any battle featuring this Legendary Legion takes place at night. As such, due to the reduced visibility, you can't target anything with magical powers or shooting over 12 inches away, but you get +1 to wound when you can shoot. Okay, that's pretty horrible because it's harder to dodge. Then we've got siege engines that can still target enemy models more than 12 inches away, but they can only do it within 6 inches. Model with the Cave Dweller special rule can see as normal. That's your Goblin Archers. 18 inches they've got. Oh, I mean,
Better start taking them up.
Arash, I'm going to let you take the lead on this. What are your thoughts?
I'm painting this up as we speak. This is happening. Now, this is coming to talk on. I love this list. This is everything I've ever wanted in evil list. You got Clash by Moonlight every scenario. So it's not only beneficial if you're more sort of competitive minded and you're turning the tables on the shooting, but you've also got that whole element of we're a pretty tricksy, sneaky army and we only fight at night. So I love that about them. But one rule that I absolutely cannot get enough of is the fact that they get +1 to wound if they outnumber you in a fight. And it's better than Kirithungul or I think Ugluk Scout's Animosity, because it doesn't say it has to be a goblin and an orc. It's just outnumbering in the fight. So you can have goblins outnumbering you get the +1. Orcs, +1. Spider and a prowler. The prowler will get +2 to wound you. If you're trapped, +3. It's absolutely nuts. And then you've got casters who are re-rolling everything, literally everything. So if you were to take Musgur and you throw a 1 dice Wither a turn, and he can get his will back as well, you're going to have like strength 1 Boromir running around by the end of the game, and there's nothing he can do. It's ridiculous. I love this list so much, and the thing that I can't get enough of is that you can spam venom spiders, and then you can enrage one a turn. So they go up to, I think, what was it, fight 6, strength 7, like 4 attacks, and they're still alive by the end of it. And there's no guarantee that they die either, because if you roll a 2 to wound after they take the strength 9 hit for the enraged beast, they don't get the wound. So there's a 1/3 chance that you stay alive, or just under.
Well, they've got 2 wounds anyway, so you'd stay alive as long as you're taking it.
Exactly. I think this list has got maneuverability. It's got shockingly high numbers for what it can do. It's got the magical capability, and I think a lot of competitively minded players are looking at this thinking, I can make this work. I can definitely turn the tables on the enemy, and we're not even getting over to Goblin Elite Legolas shooters at the moment. They're +1 to wound from 18 inches away. Like, what more can you say? Seriously, it's ridiculous. You're shooting elves before they can shoot you back. At +1 to wound.
You've suddenly turned every shooting war into, you have to come to me now. There's going to be 6 inches of range where I can shoot you, you can't shoot me, and then we're practically in melee anyway.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
They're still getting +1 to wound in melee as well, like...
Yeah.
My god, man.
There's so many ways of running this. Like, you can go... It's finally a list where you can go full on with the enraged beasts and just throw down the big wild warg chieftain, bump it all up to fight 7, strength. I think it's strength 5 normally, so strength 7 with like 5 attacks or whatever it is, might as well, so you can hurt combat on that turn, make it a huge hitter for a turn, or just buff your spiders, buff your bat swarms even. I mean, they've got 4 wounds, they're not going to die anytime soon. And they can fly away. You can choose what to fury in this army. You've got... Unfortunately, it's different shamans for each type of thing you want to fury. So there's the goblin shamans if you want your goblins getting in on things. The orc shaman if you want your orcs getting in on things. Or Kozhag, I think it is, has fury just for beasts in general. So no more courage tests for your bat swarms to get on that terrifying hero.
See, that's like, I mean,
it's ridiculous.
It's all spread out with the Furies, but you're bringing these shamans anyway, because that's all you've got. You got Wild Chieftain, but like, you're bringing shamans anyway, and they're like what, 50 points? Not even.
Yeah,
35 points for a modern. Oh, you can bring captains, to be fair.
With the numbers in this list, right? Say if you spam spiders. So in my list, I've got 8 giant spiders, 8 of them. If you've got the numbers and you're trapping the enemy and you're getting giant spiders in and you're enraging them, there's suddenly 8 attacks to wound at strength 7, re-rolling all failed to wounds. It's nuts.
Put it this way, against... Okay, just going to put against either Moria Legendary Legion, the Depths of Moria with a Balrog. On a 10, you lose priority. You can, having already had Fury up, swing a Bat Swarm out to trap a Balrog, throw a couple of spiders in, enrage one of them. All of a sudden, you're winning fight value because one of your spiders is fight 6.
Yeah,
you've got so many attacks. Some of them at strength 7, which is wounding even the Balrog on 5s normally.
Yep.
With Venom, so re-roll them all to wound. Like, you've got a good chance of like killing something like a Balrog pretty swiftly.
I'll do you one better, Matt. You enrage one of them, and then you Shroud of Shadows another giant spider, and you charge a Balrog, so you half his fight value. So you're out fighting him, and you trap him, and you've got Venom spiders.
The Shroud of Shadows thing, I think it needs to be channeled to be able to get the half fight value.
Yeah.
Which is why I said just use a Bat Swarm.
Yeah.
I mean,
good point.
You don't have to pull
always take 2 minimum.
But like, that's the thing though. Like, say your Bat Swarm does get taken out unluckily, you've still got Shroud of Shadows in your back pocket. Like, this list does everything. It outshoots elves, check, and they can't shoot you. You know, it kills in combat. So you go against an Iron Hill shield wall, you can wrap that thing in a heartbeat, and you get +1 to wound. And if your orcs have got axes, you're piercing strike, and you wound them on 5s. Disgusting. On top of that, you've got multiple different ways to shut down big heroes, big scary things. whether it be a Balrog, King Elisar, Thranduil, whatever. Like, yeah, you got Bat Swarms, you got Shroud of Shadows, Enraged Beast. It's just nuts.
Yeah, I was just looking at him, but Musga, the Mordor hero, he's not just got Wither on a 4+, he's also got Transfix.
Yeah, Transfix.
On a 4+ with can't remember how much will he's got now.
I think he's
4 will points. 2 might, 4 will, 1
points,
fake.
but he makes them back, I believe, by killing stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And he's like a normal orc captain as far as killing stuff, with that +1 to wound for outnumbering as well.
Yep.
He's
He
strength
could,
4 as well.
Yeah, strength 4, defense 5, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, 2 might as well. Like, he can throw down some transfixes on that hero when you want to go in with that Enraged Beast.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, that's a dead hero. Like, it doesn't matter what they do, hurt defense isn't saving them from that.
See, I think he's still, like, if you bring a Wild Chieftain and you Enrage Beast like a spider or something like that, or just him, and I think you have to Shroud of Shadows a spider? Is that correct? Because I think he can only affect...
Yeah, Ashrak can only target spiders with his magic.
You can then, like, delete one thing with high fight value and then heroic combat off with your, like, Wild Chieftain and delete something else. So you could, like, realistically delete 2 crazy big threats if they place them in the wrong positions, which I've seen done. Like,
Yeah.
Like, Elendil is going down to this. Like,
that. I mean, I prefer enraging things like a Bat Swarm with 12-inch range. That could be your named hero Musga, just invading a Bat Swarm, going into one model, and heroic combating, and all of a sudden you've got a 12-inch range of this Bat Swarm to swoop down and hit anyone. With,
I love it.
What is it? Fight 3 Bat Swarm, which means it's beating anything which is Fight 5 or lower on its own. With
Strength 5 for attacks.
Strength 5 4 attacks, yeah.
Oh, you can snipe people like Suladan with that. That's insane.
Yeah. Like, there's so much cool stuff you can do with this. I mean, I don't think too much of the other shamans. Like, I don't think this army needs the fury on the orcs and the goblins just because it's got all the monsters you can just throw at them instead.
Yeah.
And I think you always pick with these Caller because he just gives you so much.
Yeah, I agree. And the way I would play this, especially with the orcs as well, and why you don't need the shaman, is you would use the orcs as a spear support, just to get that fight 3 on the fight 2 goblins that I would have as a front rank. And then I would take a handful of prowlers, but in this army I think you want to get 33% bows as well, just to maximize that effect, because if you're taking 10 you're not they're still hitting on 5s, right? So you're not going to be maximizing the +1 to wound. At that 33%, if you get to 16, you're going to have 4 or 5 hitting a turn, and at that time you're going to be wounding as well, because it hit like crossbows, if not better.
It's 6 points to have a goblin with a bow and a spear.
Yep.
Damn.
Which is +1. It wounds defense 6 on 5s.
Yeah.
Like, it's crap shooting, as it's goblin shooting. But when does that ever matter?
Like, you just need that one good turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just nuts. Like, them's more scary than crossbows. Like, I'll take a bunch of crossbows to the face over like these goblins with +1 to wound.
Yeah.
But
with this army, you're looking at 45+ models at 700 points at minimum, and even if you have a turn or 2 of good shooting, let's say you're playing, I don't know, Rivendell or Mirkwood, if you kill, for example, 3 to 4 elves in 2 turns of shooting, that's a significant swing in your advantage. Considering the elven armies would be around, 30 to 35 mark, maybe lower, maybe slightly higher, depending if it's allied.
yeah.
By that point, the game is significantly in your advantage as well. And plus, if they bring heroes, You've got 2 bat swarms. You might have a wild chieftain. You've got a ton of spiders. You've got enraged beasts. You've got transfix. You've got wither. You've got a ton of things you can do. If it's an objective-based game, you can run off your goblins or your orcs wherever to capture an objective, and stay safe in the knowledge that they can't shoot you, because it's only 12-inch range. You've got fury. You don't worry about having, because my first concern about this list is they didn't have a heavy hitting hero. But you don't care because you've got all those shenanigans to negate the power of a big hero. Like, you wouldn't be scared fighting a 𝐂𝐤𝐽, for example.
No.
Yeah, I love this army. I'm trying to speed paint it as quickly as we can as we speak. So yeah, hopefully if I can get a practice game in soon with one of you chaps, we'll see how it really works.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be quite good to see against like one of these elf like OP lists that have been like wreaking havoc against everyone, like maybe Rivendell Knights or something, like, because I think you'll just chew them like completely.
Yeah.
Like, what can they
I
do?
think it's quite interesting. Like, they haven't given Lothlorien a Legendary Legion or anything really. Let's ignore the new hero because he's meh at best.
The next so yeah, we're just gonna do like closing thoughts on the whole supplement. Like, what do you think? Carry on, man. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Skipped ahead a bit, but like, they didn't give Lothlorien anything, but now their army bonus really means a lot. Like, resistant to magic on all their troops against something like this would be pretty nice. The new hero, feel bad.
Just ignore that.
I thought he had strike, and I was excited for him for a second.
Why does he not have strike?
But never mind that.
Yeah.
Like, this book was always to me about the Eastlings. I've never cared for Dale or dwarves or anything, so for me it's all been about the Dragon Emperor and how good he is, and I am more than chuffed with that. The little Moria Legendary Legion at the end, I was kind of expecting a Dragon Legendary Legion, which I'd have thought would be great, but this is interesting in its own ways.
Yeah,
I do like it.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Arash, closing thoughts on the supplement. What do you reckon?
5 out of 10, because half of it was good and half of it was trash, in my opinion, anyways.
I mean,
just like the creators forgot half of Defense of the North, they could give him a half rating.
I mean, they've had a year to do it. Like,
yeah, they've had a year to do it, but just like the Game of Thrones writers, they just kind of forgot that Mirkwood and Lothlorien destroyed Dol Guldur. But I'm not throwing no shade. I'm just saying that if you're gonna forget half, you're only getting half the mark. But yeah, no, I think it's okay. Assault on Lothlorien really did it for me. I'm not a massive Easterling player, so Matt's super excited. I think Matt's been excited for about 13 months ever since it was announced.
Yeah.
The Mirkwood Legendary Legion for Razgoosh and Spider Queen is dog poo. But yeah, and the good ones are rubbish as well. But the Beornings have seemed pretty fun. So that's going to be exciting. And Assault on Lothlorien is pretty fun. So 2 out of 6 isn't terrible. But I'm always the negative one out of all of us, so I do apologise. But yeah, no. Yeah, if whoever's listening, think about it before buying it, because you're going to be buying it for an 85-point Orphan if you're an elf player, who's just worse than Tariel in every possible way, and they're the same points.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Defense of the North leaves much to be desired, to be honest. Can't say much. 13-month wait, and personally, I don't think it was worth it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's more than fair. My closing thoughts. Right. I mean, I was interested in this book from just to kind of review it, look at it. I wasn't really gonna I play with a lot of armies, so I was gonna use a bit of Easterlings and run the legendary legion. Oh yeah, that's cool. And this, but yeah, I've got to agree with Arash a little bit. I do think a ball was dropped not bringing in Mirkwood, Lothlorien, anything like that. Because I think a lot of people expected that. I did, certainly. But yeah, damn. The dwarves kind of got shafted a little bit. because they have to be with like Dale. I mean, I get why, but at the same time, like Dale's got his whole one, and then you've got to bring another one with dwarves and Dale. Like, come on, give me my dwarves on their own. I don't want no Dale, filthy humans. But yeah, it was saved by the Beornings because the Beornings are cool. Yeah, they're just a fun faction.
Yeah.
They look cool. I don't want to use Beornings against Assault on Lothlorien though. Hot damn.
That'd be bad.
Yeah, but and Assault on Lothlorien. I mean, I bought this book, and realistically, I'm going to play 2 of the Legendary Legions. One of them is Beornings, and the other one is Assault on Lothlorien. Like, Eastlings are cool and everything, but they're all right. They're just, they just needed +1 to win for me. That's all I want.
I think I'm happy if they get a +1 to win that to make them too good, in my opinion. But
yeah,
I think because everyone was waiting for it for so long,
I think the hype.
everyone came up with all these great ideas for it,
Yeah,
and there was no way they could fit all of them in. Like, I've heard about Dragon Legendary Legions, about Mirkwood having Thranduil with Lothlorien, and Lothlorien having their own Legendary Legion with Lady of Light leading it. There's been so much speculation about it, which has sounded amazing. And to cut it down to 6 Legendary Legions in the first place was pretty tough.
yeah.
Like, even just thinking of what they would be. I don't like the good Legendary Legions other than the Beornings. The Beornings came out of nowhere, to be fair, and they were hilariously good.
Like,
But
it's got Dane Ironfoot on the front cover, and it's like,
yeah, I
young
mean,
Dane Ironfoot.
that we expected. I think everyone expected one of them. Yep, Dale's getting new stuff. Sweet.
Yeah.
Erebor's getting new stuff. Sweet. Expected. To give them 2 Legendary Legions when there was so many great ideas going around is a bit bad, but
They
Dragon Emperor for me makes it 9 out of 10, so
yeah, that's fair.
I'm happy.
See, if they didn't give Erebor 2 legendary, not Erebor, Dale 2 Legendary Legion, basically, I'd have been a lot happier. They did, and on top of that, they brought in a model. Like, the worst thing I find about Middle-earth strategy battle game at the moment is the siege weapons. I just don't like how they work and stuff, and they just promote a horrible way of playing sometimes. And they've brought the most accurate siege weapon we've ever seen. Like, come on. I mean, I like it because I've seen people running around with raw war mimics at like 500-point tournaments. So sure, yeah, just kill that thing, get rid of that. Happy days.
I mean, I don't think too many people think about taking it. I think the Isengard Legendary Legion's a bit of a one-off.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, because at the height of its power, at the height of the Iron Hills like twiddly widdly thing where people were like spamming them as much as they could, it was just horrendous. And I just we don't have a similar thing with the Dale. But yeah, I would have just cut out the dwarves if I knew they were going to be allied with humans and just brought in an elf Legendary Legion. Anything else. But yeah, I'm going to give it I'll go 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Yeah. We've got like at least 1 neckbeard Legendary Legion in there, so happy days.
Yeah, boy.
Sweet.
Can't wait to get it on the table.
Yeah, and hopefully soon we'll have a battle report up of using at least 1, if not 2, of the Legendary Legions in this book. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm very excited to at least try them. And it just, yeah, nothing left to say. Any closing points, boys?
Keep your eyes open. Yeah.
Yep.
I was going to say, keep your eyes open for my Assault on Lothlorien versus Matt's Easterlings and the Dragon Emperor fairly soon.
It's probably going to happen.
Battle for the ages.
Meanwhile, Shadow Wraith is running around with bears for no reason other than
random beyond through the middle of the battle line.
I mean, like, if I don't win the tournament, then I'll be like, well, I just turned up for fun, but I'm secretly crying on the inside. Not my fluffy bears. But yeah, no, brilliant. If you enjoyed the content, do like the video. It lets me know that people are enjoying it, and I'll make more of it. If feeling especially saintly day, do consider subscribing and jump on our Discord. We've got a lot of good fellas in there, games, things like that, questions, everything. We cover loads of games in there as well. But yeah, even if you don't do any of those things, I still hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.